Good afternoon, everybody. It's Miss Morgan from the Williston Community Library, bringing you day one of the 12 days of holidays. So today we are going to do some popsicle stick trees and read a story. So hopefully you've had a chance to grab a bag. If not, you'll need some popsicle sticks, you'll need some pom-poms, and some glue. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. And if you want to make a trunk for your tree, you're going to need some scissors. So what you'll do is you're just going to, actually, you can probably just break it. So like I'm going to break 3 pieces off to make my trunk. And you might need your grown-ups' help to break it, if you choose to break it. You don't have to. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take some glue and we're going to put a couple dots. And we are going to glue our popsicle sticks together in the shape of a triangle. And it might take it a little bit of time to dry. So just try not to mess with it too much. So like here is the shape of my tree. And now I'm going to put my trunk on. Which I'm just going to use 1 popsicle stick for my trunk. But I broke all 3, that way one wasn't shorter. So there is my tree trunk and my tree. And now I'm going to decorate my tree with some pom-poms. So I'm just putting some glue. Alright, so today's craft didn't take too long. It will take longer to dry probably than it might have to decorate it or create it. So once it's done drying, you can take some string and you can tie it together. Or if you're like me, I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it and use it as a table decoration. So it's totally up to you what you want to use it for. But there are the popsicle stick trees, and I hope you had fun. Now let's go ahead and read our story. Are you ready? So the first book that we're gonna read today is called Ricky's Christmas Tree. Ricky's Christmas Tree, and this is by Guido Genechten. It's almost Christmas, but Ricky's family doesn't have a Christmas tree yet. Dad and Mom have both been too busy to get one. I would really love to get a Christmas tree, Ricky says. Dad sighs. Not now, son. I've got too much work to do. We cannot have a Christmas without a tree, Ricky insists. Come on, Dad. Let's go and get one right now. Ricky jumps up, grabs their scarves, and stands by the open door. All right, let's go, Dad says, but let's make it quick. And he does not look very happy. Look, Ricky points. I'd love an ice carrot. Dad pulls one from the edge of their roof. Come on, Ricky, he says. We don't have all day, you know. Try my ice carrot, Dad. It tastes like a real popsicle. No, Dad shakes his head. I'm too cold. Look, Ricky calls out. Cat tracks. Just look at this, Dad. You can see where she ran. Yes, yes, Dad mutters. We don't have time for that now. Hurry up, and then we'll be back sooner. And look, I see a snow bunny. At the Christmas tree market, Dad points to the very first Christmas tree he sees. This one here, please, he says to the vendor. But Ricky sees a tree that he thinks is much nicer. No, that one over there, Ricky says. I want that big one there. So look, Dad's pointing to this little tiny tree. But Ricky's like, no, I want that tree. All right, Dad gives in with a shrug. Let's go home with this big tree for my small boy. Together, they bind the Christmas tree to their sled. I'll pull the sled, Ricky says excitedly, grabbing the rope. All right, but it might be too slow going. Dad helps Ricky when they start up a long hill because it's rather heavy. Such a big Christmas tree on a sled. 1, 2, hop, Ricky calls. 1, 2, hop. Oops! The rope breaks and Ricky and Dad fall on their bottoms in the snow. Head over heels, they tumble down the hill, all the way down, down, down. And look, there's the kitty cat. And there's the rope breaking and the trees coming off of their sled. And they're rolling down, and there's the sled, but I don't see the tree anymore. Ricky is the first to scramble to his feet. He shrieks with laughter when he sees Dad sitting there all covered in snow. You look like a funny snowman. Dad looks a little embarrassed, but then he starts laughing too. Here, take that, he shouts, throwing a snowball. Snowballs fly through the air. Dad ducks away, but Ricky keeps throwing. Yeah, that one hit the target. And look, he hit him right on the forehead. For a long while, they play together. Ricky wins an exciting snow race and balances on top of a big snowball. And then they perform in Ricky's Snow Circus. So look, do you remember in the beginning of the book when Dad was like, let's hurry up, I've got a lot of work to do. But now that some things have happened, they're having fun and playing, even though Dad might have to work. Totally exhausted, they let themselves fall into the snow. Snow is so much fun, Dad says. I nearly forgot about that. I didn't, Ricky said with a smile. They have a look at the snow rabbit prints they've made in the snow. Yours is bigger than mine, Dad. You'll be as big and tall as I am when you're older, Dad says. Maybe even taller. Yes, Ricky hopes he'll be even bigger and stronger. He pushes the Christmas tree back onto the sled. Dad reties the rope, and the two of them pull the sled home. Oh, you found the most perfect Christmas tree for us, Mom exclaims. I picked it, Ricky said proudly, and I pulled the sled, and Dad was a funny snowman, and we played in the snow, didn't we, Dad? Sounds like fun, Mom says, and she gives her two men a big kiss on their cold cheeks. Together they decorate the tree. Ricky puts the star on top, and when it's quite dark outside, he switches on the twinkling tree lights. You know, Dad says, when I was little, I always wanted a big tree like this. Me too, Mom says, with big red balls and silver garlands and lights and a star, just like Ricky's tree. I still have a piece of ice carrot in my pocket, Ricky says. Will you share it with me, Dad? Of course, Ricky, says Dad. The end. All right, so that is going to end day 1 of the 12 days of holidays. Thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow.